cover briefly the example extraordinary life of one of the female scholars of the latter generations, Fatima bint Sa'd al-Khayr. So her father was a scholar, and most of the time when you study these women scholars, religious scholars, even the so-called secular scholars, astronomers, mathematicians, most of the time they come from a family of scholars, and either their father or their grandfather, their grandmother, those are scholars, and that's what it's in the family, it's in the blood. So the father of Fatima bin Sa'd al-Khayr, which was Sa'd al-Khayr, he spent a lot of money and attention to the education of his daughters. It's said that he only had daughters. He didn't have sons. And what he did was, most of her studies were done while she was traveling and before her marriage. She was a very young woman, and she traveled, and I'm going to show you how much she traveled. And this was done while, she studied extensively through her traveling, and just for seeking knowledge she traveled so much, and I'm going to show you how much she traveled. So she was originally from China, even though it said her father was from Valencia, but then they shifted to China, Kashgar. Nowadays we're talking about the Uyghur Muslims, so that particular area, Kashgar, is a particular area in Xinjiang region, or the Turkestan region. So they lived there, and they traveled all the way to North Africa in search of knowledge. This young woman, unmarried. Then after she settled in Cairo, she got married to a man who was 14 years younger than her, another scholar, 14 years younger than her. So settled in Cairo, where students then used to flock to her from different parts of the Muslim world. And this is the map of how much she traveled. So if you can see, she starts from Kashgar, which is on the right side. She goes all the way from Samarkand, so Central Asia, Bukhara, Merv, Tus, which is in Iran, Nishapur, again in Iran, Ray, Isfahan, again in Iran, then Iraq, she goes to Baghdad. From Baghdad, she stays in Baghdad for some time. She goes to different cities of Iraq, modern-day Iraq, Mosul and Kufa. Then from there, she goes to Syria, Damascus, and then other cities of Bilad al-Sham, it used to be called. So Nablus and Jerusalem, Beirut, and then to Tunis, then to Cairo. So she's going to Africa, then a little bit in the south to Africa. Also, it's said that she may have gone to Constantinople, as north as Constantinople, which is, Turkey, modern-day Turkey. So even today, I don't know of any female scholar who has, with all of the amenities that we have with travel and all of that, to travel so much on camelback, horseback, just to learn, just to seek knowledge. A woman, not married, single, maybe accompanied by her father, and the father was very enthusiastic about her seeking knowledge. And then after getting all of that knowledge, then she sits in Cairo, gets married to somebody who's 14 years younger than her, and then teaches. People flock to her from all the parts of the Muslim world. So this is extraordinary. This is back in the 10th century. Imagine that.